Welcome to RNG Redneck Gaming. Today, we're just going to be discussing the new season in Diablo 3 and what you guys might think of it. So, if you're out there, come on in and join me, and let's discuss the topic, seasonal or non-seasonal. That is the question. Absolutely. So, excuse me one second here. So the question is Diablo new season 23 a season buff or a patch buff? Now, if we go into the game and we take a look here, we can see that, to me, this has nothing to do with seasons. I'm sorry, Blizzard. I think it's a great thing that you did, but I think it's a patch. And to leave everyone else out of the season, basically, to say, hey, we're going to do this, go play by yourself. That's not what this game really is about. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like playing by myself sometimes, and there is a small community of people that just play offline. And, so we're grateful. We say thank you for giving us the follower and the ability to do some awesome stuff with the follower. So, no, I don't think, yeah. So, as you can see here in this follower, it basically has, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pieces. So, in the new season, what they're saying, Buff, is there's going to be 14 pieces here. And, and a whole lot more statistics and help from each follower on this side. I believe that the Templar's the only one that really didn't get a change buff here, but the Scoundrel and the Enchantress did. They got actually quite a bit. And, let's just say that I'm not happy with it. I'm really not. Because what they're doing is they're really leaving out the group community from what I can see altogether. Now, maybe they're going to do something on the 28th. Maybe they're going to make it, they're going to bring something in. We don't know. They've been hush-hush about the whole thing, so I don't know. But, to basically say that Season 23 is a season buff because you're getting the follower, which you can only use in an offline mode. Well, that's not a season buff. That is, by itself, well, I'm going to say a patch. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that would agree with me. I've watched Rex and I've watched Blood and a few other ones out there, and I don't get it. I don't get it. A season buff would mean for everybody, and this really isn't a buff for everybody. This is a buff for people who play by themselves. So if you're out there listening, I would really love to see if we can't get some input from other players out there to see what they think about this. So as I'm sitting here, I see Mama Bear is online. And by the way, if you guys are out there and you're listening, make sure that you're out there watching Mama Bear. And Cash Tiger, and all of our other communities that are live streaming and doing things.
What?
Yeah. So.
Just popped in. All I heard was Cash Tiger.
Yeah. So I can hear Mama Bear in the background, but Mama Bear, I have your mic input shut off on the stream input. If you're listening.
I'm so confused.
Okay, well, I'm live streaming right now. We're talking about Diablo's 3 new season coming up with the follower. Is it a patch or is it a season buff? That is the question to be asked. So I'm just waiting for responses to see what's out there, see what's going on. So and actually, hold on one second. Let me get my headphones on here and let's see if we can. All right, Mama Bear, you there?
I am.
There she is. So, Mama Bear,
Yes.
we're discussing the input of season 23 for Diablo. And
Okay.
I've watched Blood, I've watched Rax, I've watched a few more other ones, and they're all giddy about it. And I really don't know what's so giddy about it because it does leave, I'm going to say, probably 3/4 of Diablo players out in dry dock.
Right.
To me, this is not a season buff, but a patch. And unless you're doing this by yourself, or yeah, that's just it. If you're doing it by yourself, it's great. The follower is going to be great for you. It's going to help you. But if you're playing in a group, guess what? You don't get to use the follower. So
Right.
so where's the season in that? There is no season in that.
Well, actually, there is a way to use the follower in a group, and that is by using a crafted. I think it's a set item or a crafted item. It's like a Shira's or something like. I'd have to Ashnagard's. I think. I don't know. I have to look it back up.
Well, there
But
is there is a set that you can wear that will sometimes call your companions, all of them, to your aid.
right, and that's the one I'm talking about. That's
Okay.
the only one I know of. Is the only way you could use it multiplayer. But then again, I don't even know if that's going to get whatever items is equipped
Right.
to the players.
And I don't want to be the stick in the mud here, but if you have to wear just about a whole set to get your followers to sometimes follow you,
Right.
well, what does that say
Right.
about your set that you're wearing?
Yeah, I'm not sure how the season's gonna go over. And I'm pretty sure the big top wigs are gonna work something out. This and that, but it's gonna be a struggle. It's gonna be a real struggle, and I do foresee a lot of the um, people that go in to run metas and running groups. I foresee them going in, completing the season journey, and either not playing for the rest of the season or switching back to off season, because what's the point in playing season?
Well,
Everything's going to be on both non-season and off season that they're giving us. So.
that is correct, and not only that, but my off-season guy has so much better gear. So why would I? So
Right,
why would I
exactly.
play? So why would I play the season, right? And waste all that time spending at least 100 hours or more trying to get good gear for a
Right.
season when I could put all that effort into my off season. And but I get it. I'm an off season player. I didn't start really playing seasons until season 19.
Right.
You know,
That's about the time I started playing it.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
I always played by myself. And trust me, it was a very slow climb to do anything because
Right.
you were playing by yourself. And so my son sometimes used my account to play and to get his fix and stuff. But
Right.
if they don't do anything for season 23, I don't care if the big wigs have something to say about it or not. There's only a few big wigs, and there's a whole lot of us non-big wigs.
Exactly. I mean, you and I, we both have different play styles. Me, I like to push. I like to, run the metas. I like to play in groups, whereas you don't push as much as I do. I mean, I know you do push here and there, but not as high as I do. And you run solo a lot. But
You're
I can't.
absolutely right. You're absolutely
Me
right. But
personally, I cannot stand solo play. I really can't. It's just for me, the fun in the game is playing with other people.
and I'm learning that,
Yeah.
So, uh, being that I used to do this a lot by myself, old habits are hard to break.
Right. Right.
But I got to tell you, if you're looking for a clan in the new season to join, I gotta say, Wicked Awesome Players, WAP, is probably one of the best clans to join. There is so much diversity, there's so much help, and we all just really get along, play together, and that's just it. We play and have fun. It's not all
Right.
about, oh, it's Wednesday. You gotta get 1,000 mats, or uh, it's Friday. It's key run day. 8 hours of key runs. You got to get key runs because if the map isn't good on the other side, we're gonna bounce. So and
Right.
and I get it, and I get it. Especially for the people who want to push the high tiers, the maps aren't always great. So you might put a key in, and the leader might go, nope, back out the menu. So I get it.
Right.
But a little plug in here. So if you're looking for a really good clan to join, seek us out. It's WAP, WAP, Wicked Awesome Players on Diablo 3. And I know that you'll enjoy playing with us and becoming part of our clan. So, so how are you doing, Mama Bear? I heard, well, I didn't just hear, but I saw that you got some amazing logo made. Um, I'm not going to
I
mention who
did.
it was.
I
Um,
did.
you did.
I freaking love it. It is so awesome. And I'm actually going to go and have a couple other things done by these people
That's
and just make my stream stand out even more, make it more amazing.
awesome.
But, it's great. I mean, they're from the Philippines, so I mean, communication wise, it's a little rough here and there, but they do awesome work. They really do.
I saw, and it was amazing. It really was. And Cash Tagger also had something done. Right now, he's having
He's having a
some.
couple revisions done on it, but yeah,
Yep, and even his Cash Tagger, it looked pretty awesome. Doesn't look like the cartoon Tiger the Bear, but I'm telling
exactly.
you, it's pretty awesome. I love the way that they
Yeah,
made it.
yeah.
So, tell me a little bit about this. So, when they make you this logo, and what was it, $30?
It was $30 total. It's 15 for the logo, and then 15 to get full rights on it.
Okay, now where can you get something that's hand designed, done, shipped back to you for $30, and you own it? Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's great, and the best part was, they ask you, what are you looking for, and you go in and you put in your details, and I put in so few details.
Mm.
I told them I was looking for a pink female bear that was scary, not so scary, zombie like, and I wanted her to be holding a bow and arrow. And then, they asked what colors it was. And that was the only details I gave them was,
Wow.
the three colors and then that short description. And then they came back with this amazing one. And I was just like, oh my God. I mean, I sat there and stared at that logo for like 10 minutes. It was just, my mouth dropped. I'm not even going to lie.
Well, I got to tell you, when I saw it, I was so impressed. I really was. Just the
Yeah.
detail and the craftsmanship of the logo for $30 that you own the licensing to, and you can do anything you want with it. That's
Right.
amazing. That really is. I don't think I've heard or been able to find myself someone that can do that for less than a couple $100.
Well, what's
So,
amazing is that, Cash and I had been talking about it, and everybody knows that I don't know how they do it, but somehow Facebook knows what you're talking about.
mm,
Because it seems like, I could be talking to my husband about something, and then I get onto Facebook like 30 minutes later, and there's ads for it. And that was what was going on with him and I. We were talking, just chit chatting. We may have Googled something, but he got on the next day and was scrolling down Facebook, and there they were.
mm.
And he's like, "Look, I found this group, these people. Check them out." And Cash, to him, $20 is $20, y'all. He
Ah.
doesn't like to put out money, so I was like, "You know what? Here we go. Brandy's gonna do this. Brandy's gonna take that plunge, and we gonna find out if it's any good or not."
All
And I
right.
have to say, I'm glad I did.
All right. So I don't know if you're watching the video online. But I have a whole new mic set up. I actually went out and bought a Yeti.
I
Uh,
have that mic. It's great, but the problem is every time I go to use it, everyone's always telling me there's some kind of sound interference. So I have not actually used it.
well, are you watching the video? Are you
I
watching the
am. I
stream?
see you right
Okay.
here.
All right. Well, I'm going to lift this up and show you. Check this out. It's on a. It's actually on a lift, whatever you want to call it, an arm. And I went out and bought a special mount for it, so it can be because it needs a special mount. So it's actually floating above right here in front of me. And
Right.
how's it sound? Does it sound like you're
It
getting it?
sounds awesome. I mean, mine doesn't have the arm. You know, I do have an arm next to me, but the one I have, so afraid it'll fall. So I'm actually looking into getting one. Actually, tomorrow I think it is. I'm going to order two different microphones because
Okay.
there's two that I'm interested in checking out. One is the HyperX,
Ooh,
and
that's good.
it's a good microphone from what I hear. And the other one is a Razer microphone. And you know me and Razer products.
I do, but I hear that the Razer microphone, although it is made by a good company, Razer, the Razer microphones are junk. They're plastic, they're
Well,
light,
see,
and they
right.
whistle.
Well, see, I've heard that they have good sound quality, but they're lighter in weight. But I figure I'm gonna try them both out. Screw it. They've got the pink quartz one that I really want to see. They got it on sale.
And I
You know
did
me,
see
I'm
that.
obsessed with pink. I'm obsessed with pink. But yes, I'm gonna try that out. I do have the Yeti sitting next to me. I do have a pop filter somewhere. My husband actually moved it the other day. But when I got the Yeti, it was actually gifted to me, and I think you know who gifted it to me.
I think it belongs with a big A.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He got that for me. He paid like $200 for the full setup, which came with the Yeti microphone, the pop filter, the headphones, and
Nice.
it's red.
Ooh,
You know,
nice.
and so I got it, and then it's kind of just been sitting there ever since. I've tried it. Actually, I think I tried it one day with you.
Yeah, you did. Yep.
Yeah, and it worked okay for a little bit, but then it started. Hey, I can hear a fan. It sounds like you got a fan going. I was
Mm.
like, I don't have a fan going. What is this sound that's coming through?
Well, here's the thing. I was having kind of the same problem as you know. Everyone was complaining about my mic because they were hearing all types of noise and everything. And unfortunately, here's the bass. Let me, as you know, oh, I just hit my thing. So here's the bass, right? It's this
Hmm.
big heavy metal bass, and it is.
Right,
I got to tell you, Yeti, you did this right. This bass is awesome, and it's
right, and
100%
that's what's
aluminum.
mine sitting on.
Right. But the bass picks up every little noise coming off your desk, especially if your desk is wood, has wood components. Sound passes through the wood, vibration passes through the wood, and it picks up on the mic.
Hmm.
So a couple days ago, I bought the Yeti off stand that goes on your arm, and it's actually floating there. It's actually kind of interwoven with I don't know, like a spandex kind of rope.
Right.
So it's floating. So there's no more vibration. Um, I have the little heart turned on, which is actually just talking here in front of me and not behind me. So anything coming from this side towards me is being recorded, and anything coming from here out is not being recorded. It's actually canceled. So you're only picking up me now, and I couldn't be happier with it.
That's good. And I may give mine a try. However, yesterday, and I don't know if you know this, I don't think I talked to you. We made a complete change with my setup. I
Again?
com- I did. I completely moved my desk around, and I now have it so where my green screen is attached to the wall behind me,
Awesome.
and I got two of the big O strip lights out. Oh my god, it gave me a headache. I got to figure this out because them lights bearing down in my face. Oh,
Well, that's
but
why I went and got the three lights that I told you about.
right, and I'm gonna check those out. I
And
honestly am. That way, I don't think they'll take up as much room as this big strip lights will.
well, I got to tell you, I drilled three holes in my desk,
Hmm.
and the poles fit perfectly in the notches. They don't move around. because the poles only go up to 5 feet.
Right.
So I needed a way to get it up above me, right? So see, the light is not in my face; it's coming down this way. So I have three of them. I
Because
have
I mean,
one here.
your setup looks really great.
Thank you. So I have one here, which is beaming this way on me. I have one here, which is beaming this way on me, and I have one here that's beaming this way on me, and it's all against the back screen. So there's no more shadows. There is little hot spots here and there, um, but it's perfect. And they're only
Right.
5 watts, so they're extremely bright 5 watts. But it's not like this O-ring that we got. You know what I'm talking about. You turn that
Right.
thing on, and I feel like a deer at night when the car lights are coming at you. I'm like this.
Right. Right. And that's exactly the way these big strip lights are. I mean, they're so overpowering. And I mean, these bulbs are huge.
Yeah, and
So
the,
I'm
and
just
these
like,
are only 5 watts apiece. So I have three of them. That's 15 watts.
well, that's good. My problem I run into though is I have a corner desk.
Mm.
So, I'm actually in the corner up against a wall. So getting lighting on that one side might be an issue.
I don't think so because these have the heads turned completely. Um, they're just really really well made. So not only are they on stands, but you can
Right.
actually remove that off the stand if you want and have your husband fabricate something and hang them from underneath your corner desk, right from on top and beaming down. That's why I drilled 3 holes in my desk and then used the post and the lock as a mount. So they're not on the legs. It's actually missing. And if you put the legs down, and then almost 2 feet has been removed off of here. So now it literally looks like a football stadium. You know, you got those big lights beaming down on you at a
Right.
baseball game
Right.
or something. So that's kind of what it looks like, but it's perfect.
Hello, Crazy Cake.
Crazy cake.
Yes, Crazy Cake has joined your stream.
Ooh, awesome. Is it chocolate or vanilla?
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, it's got to. Oh, I'm not a strawberry guy, so hopefully it's not a strawberry crazy cake. But that would make sense, right? Because redheads, right? Just saying.
Right.
I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I'm very sorry. Please delete that. I'm
So
sorry.
you're on the road and parked. Where are you on the road to?
Are you talking to me or crazy cake?
Crazy Cake.
Oh, okay. Tell them to join our stream.
He's in your chat. Do you not see your chat box?
I do now.
This is your stream, Will.
I know. Hey, we're all learning here. We're all learning. So one of the things that I have to do, and I started doing it actually, but it died, is using my iPad in front of me right here to just put the stream up, so I can
Right.
see that.
Right.
Because otherwise I have to keep looking to the left and then looking to the right, and this way it's right in front of me. But did I turn it on today? No, I didn't. So
So you have the two monitors, right?
I do have 2 monitors. One is actually running my OBS, and of course my stream is in my OBS. And
Right.
but it's the iPad is so much clearer, right? It's got really crisp um, fonts.
Hello, Van Goris.
Oh, Van Goris, welcome on the road to damnation. All right, okay. I think we all are. We all need to go to church. Amen. Amen.
Right.
All right. Yes, sir. Get her done. So this is RNG Redneck Gaming, and we are talking to Mama Bear about the new season 23 in Diablo. And we have
And
some
of course, chatting about other things as
chit
well.
chatting about some other things. So I think what I'm going to start doing is every Tuesday around this time, I'm going to have Tech Talk. I think that would be kind of cool for a lot of our WAP.
Well, I know you certainly surprised me. I had no idea you was pulling me into stream.
Well, surprise.
Amen. And burn the chair.
There. Oh, ooh, ooh. It's been a tough morning. I actually rode the bike for 15 minutes, burned 105 calories today. That means I can have a slice of
There you
apple.
go.
Yeah. I can now have a
That
slice
is
of
so
apple.
amazing.
I know, I know. What's amazing is seeing my big old backside get on that thing and pedal for 15 minutes
Mm.
and not go anywhere. Not even
Well,
virtually. Yeah, it is what it is. So, so SV Angoras. Is that what it is? Angoras?
I just call him Vangoris. I'm not sure how to
Vangoras.
pronounce it, but
All right. So how's it going, Vangoras? How's it going? Shoot me with a question, any question, as long as it doesn't deal with today's
the
politics.
snow chair.
the, ooh.
The snow chair.
Oh, I know who this is because only one person knows about my snow chair. Yeah. Yes,
What is a
sir.
snow chair? You got to tell me about a snow chair. What is a snow chair?
Okay, so for years we've got this thing going back and forth. One of my friends, he's like the heat miser, and I'm the other guy, the cold miser. Remember him from, was it Rudolph the Red-Nosed? Happy New Year or whatever it is, right? I'm Mr. Heat Miser. I'm 101, right?
Right, right, right.
Okay, so I have a prayer chair, and don't tell me God doesn't exist because every time I sit in that thing and I pray for snow, we get a blizzard.
We
So,
ain't gonna go down that road. Come on, this is your stream.
oh, no, no, no. I'm just saying this is what the snow chair is. This
Okay,
is what we're talking about. So
okay.
the feud has been going back and forth, and for years now, I've been trying to get it to snow in June. Just hasn't worked out, but I'm trying. I'm trying. They keep saying how the atmosphere is changing, and we're starting to go the opposite way. So I don't know. I don't know.
Hey,
So,
go to the opposite side of the world.
well, that's true. We could do that because it's snowing all the
You'll get
time
snow.
there. Yeah, you'll get
Right.
snow. So the last time I sat in the chair, we were only supposed to get a few inches, and we got 3 feet. So
Oh goodness. Yeah, I wouldn't be in your chair. No.
no. So
I'm not
yeah,
a snow person.
they've tried to find my chair, but I told them I got rid of the chair, and they were so happy about it. But I told them I upgraded to a couch. So
Oh goodness.
yes, so you've got to go there. You just got to do it. But
Yeah, I have to agree. I would have burned that chair too.
uh,
Yeah.
so this is a special friend. He has been my friend for many years, and I'm just going to give him a shout out right now. I'm going to be praying in it later on, buddy. So I'm hoping for a Friday blizzard. That's what I'm hoping for. Just a,
Oh
a Friday
goodness.
blizzard. Yeah, hey,
We
look,
just got to fire you. That's it. You're fired.
I've got toys to play with. It's like having a sandbox and no Tonka trucks. You know what I mean? I got a big old plow. I want to use it. I've got snow blowers. I've got a Hummer. I want to play in the snow. Darn it!
Oh no.
Oh
No, no, no.
yes, yes. Some people like mud bogging. I like snow bogging.
Now, see, I got my Jeep out there. My Jeep, it can handle the snow, but you know what? I'd rather take it through the mud.
Yes, burst out the torches and pitchforks.
I agree.
So, Mr. G, and I'm not going to say your name, but I will call you Mr. G because I know who you are. Do you have any questions for us over here in the northern part of PA? Do 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 do
Jeopardy
do
theme.
do 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 do. I'll take who's in the chair for 1,000. Well, we love you too, buddy, very much. You and the family and our prayers are going out. Mr. G does need some voiceful prayers, so they are going out, my friend. So, anyway, so here we are. Season 23 starts, I believe it's March 28th, right?
No, that's when season 22 ends. We'll have maybe a week or two after that before season 23 will actually start.
I see. See, I'm new at this. I really am. I've
Yeah.
only been doing it since what season 19. So we're
Right,
only
right.
3 seasons. So
Yep. So the end of the season is upon us.
it
Which,
is.
for the most part, me personally, I'm kind of bored with it. If you noticed, I ain't really been on it lately.
No, neither.
But
Well, I mean, how much can you? I mean, it gets to a point that you just say, "I'm done. I've had enough."
right, right. And I'm just hoping with season 23, when they do bring it out, and I've not heard any mention of this, but I do hope, that they will throw something in there for, the meta players and the group players. Bring back a pass theme. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
do something.
here's the thing. I did hear, and I don't know if it was Rex or Blood, something about maybe they might be doing something, but it's a maybe and it's Blizzard. So
Right.
maybe's like asking your mom why, and she goes, because. And you're like, well, because why? Because I said so.
You know what I'm really, really excited for, though?
What are you excited for? Go ahead.
I am so excited for the D2 Resurrected.
Ooh,
I really cannot wait for them to bring that out. And I've not heard any dates yet. Have you heard any dates yet?
there is no dates. I think you did too. We both kind of signed up for the alpha, right? The
We
alpha
did.
beta
We signed
test
up for the alpha. I have not heard
testing.
anything on that. And I did pre-purchase the D2 Resurrected.
As
But
I believe a lot of people did. And here's the
right.
thing. Now they said that it's a D2 Resurrected is supposed to be coming out in 2021.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. They said it was supposed to come out this year, but I've not heard any dates on it. And I mean,
No,
I'm super excited for it though.
but I can speculate.
Yeah.
So this was announced on the anniversary of Diablo, the 30 year anniversary of
Yeah,
Diablo.
during BlizzCon.
That is correct. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking, because we have not heard anything and because of what's going on, excuse me, sure, you get on the mic and I get the hiccups. Um, I'm speculating Christmas because,
Oh, I hope it's not that far away. I
well,
really hope not.
but here's the thing. Last time they did something like this, I think it was for Diablo. It was released, was it the day before Christmas Eve or Christmas Eve, right? In
I mean,
2012?
I could see them holding it off till the holidays. A lot of people getting it as Christmas gifts, this and that. But personally, I really hope it comes out sooner than that because I'm really excited for. It. I mean, a blast from the past, man. Come on,
I know.
and
I
they're
know.
redoing it, making it better. Yeah,
Well,
I'm super super excited about it.
as far as what we've all seen and watched, if you're a D2, and that's a Diablo 2, Lords of, not Lords of Mayhem. Is it Lords of, no, not Lords of Mayhem. Lords of Destruction, right? Lords of Destruction.
Right,
Um, they didn't change really any aspect of the game but the graphics, which is going to be amazing because
right.
if you play Diablo 2 right now, it's kind of like watching two sticks walk next to each other. It's like tick, 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 tick.
Right, and bad part is we was all amazed with it because back then we thought it was like freaking awesome
It
graphics.
was 1996.
Right,
Everything was amazing back then. I mean, come on.
yes.
Every week, the processors went up. I spent a fortune constantly. Oh, the new processor's out. Gotta buy it. New processor's out. Gotta buy it. So
Yep, yep, yep.
now, I don't know exactly how old you are, and you don't have to tell us, but I grew up,
42. I'm old.
no holding back there. Did you see the pause? So, all right, so I'm 55. I just turned 55 in February. And I grew up in a great age. Not only did I grow up kind of in the space race, right? I got to see a lot of the Apollo stuff take off when I was younger. Um, but I got to be part of the computer generation when Apple and Microsoft and all of those other Timex, can you believe this? Timex people made a computer.
Right.
Um, and the big, I think the big people back then was actually Radio Shack too. The Tandy 1000 was a big thing because I remember working my butt off to buy, and we're not talking computers. Weren't you think computers are expensive now? No. Back then, for a 14 megahertz, not gigahertz, megahertz crystal, the same thing you'd find in a CB radio, was like $3,000. 14 megahertz. And so I think the one I bought was 33 megahertz, and it came to $4,200. That's with, and it trust me, it didn't have a CD player back then. CD players didn't come back out until the late 90s.
Right.
And actually, Tandy actually came out with a CD player back then, which was a flip up Star Trek kind of thing. Um, but I got to see, play, work, and develop the computers as they came to age and where they are now. The 3D graphic cards back then was 3D XF or FX. Um,
Right.
and we're talking about a graphics card that was no more powerful than an Apple Watch. Which actually the Apple Watch might be more powerful than that card, but that card was extremely, extremely expensive. Um, and it's just amazing to see where we are today. We really are.
Right.
Um, and the younger generation, they're like, oh well, this. But if you grew up when I did, and you're looking at this now, you're just at awe where we came in just a very short amount of time. I mean, home computers, I would say 81, 82 is when they started taking off. By the 90s, just about everybody in a home had a computer. Um, and it was, and I'm pretty sure about this, it was the gaming people who made computers what they are today. It was because of the technology that they pushed to play games on PCs, faster hard drives, faster hardware, faster CPUs, faster GPUs, LCD screens, from the old CRTs. It's just, we are where we are because of us nerds.
Right.
So, yes, did I ever get my head dunked in a toilet bowl? You betcha. Was I ever shoved into a very tight locker? You betcha. Was I ever pushed into the girls' locker room? Yes. Did I stay in there too long? Probably. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm proud to be a nerd and have those war wounds because we are what make the world go round. Absolutely. So, yeah, that's right, honey. You married a nerd. That's right. So, what are you doing today?
Um, right now, not a whole lot. Cash and I are going to work on getting his OBS going. He still hasn't gotten it. He doesn't understand it. So I'm going to
Oh,
work with him on that. And
okay.
then, later this evening, we'll be back to streaming and we will probably be doing Among Us again because everybody seems to be like really enjoying when we play that game.
But isn't it funny how such a simple game brings so much enjoyment to some of us? Some
It
of us.
does. It really does. At first we was like, "Oh God, no! Do you see this game?" And then we got into it, and what was really funny was Cash was complaining about it, and he's like, "No, no, you guys are not gonna make me get this. You're not. $5." He's like, "I'm not spending $5 on this game."
$20 is $20.
Exactly.
What?
But
What?
we convinced him to, and he got the game. And he's complaining the whole time. And then the next day he's like, "Are we gonna play Among Us?
Ah,
Get people to get together for it." And every day it's all right, Brady. Are we playing Among Us? And I'm like, "Yeah." And then last night I think he got kind of you know upset about because I wasn't sure everybody was gonna get on. And so my son comes in and he's like, "Hey." they're in chat. They want to know if we're gonna play, and I was like, oh, I didn't think we had the people for it. But everybody's just popping in, and everybody's like, hey, we gonna play? We gonna play? I'm like, let's do it.
Mm.
But yeah, so I think that's what we're gonna do is we'll probably end up playing that again tonight. I'm
So,
streaming it for everybody, but
so Mr. G had kind of dropped something here, which I completely forgot, and I actually had almost every single one of them, and that is the Amiga's computers. They weren't run by DOS; they were run by a Linux system, and they were probably one of the best computers on the market. Um, they had the best graphics, sprites, um, and if you watched any sporting games back in the 80s and early 90s, and even up until I think early 2000s, they were using Amiga 4000 with video toasters in them. That's how they got those really nice graphics. They're playing sports games and stuff, and the yellow lines and the footballs and the yard lines and all of those were actually used with the Amiga 4000 with video toasters. And a lot of us true geeks actually had those. So you're
right.
absolutely right, Mr. G.
I have never heard of that. But
Well,
I didn't really. Growing up, my family wasn't um real computer people. We never really had computers. It was my dad with his TV, and that was about it. Um, I messed with computers back in school, but back when I messed with them in school, they was teaching us the whole DOS program or whatever it is, and you had to go in and type in commands just to bring up a game or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And that's about all I knew of computers. That's what I thought computers did, and I was like, if I have to go in and remember a bunch of little codes and stuff that I have to type in all the time, it's not going to be much fun for me.
Right.
But then, I met my husband, and he's like, there's more to it. And that's when we got our first Windows computer. And I think I was maybe 23, something like that, before I was actually introduced to computers. And after that, I was hooked.
Mm.
I was like, oh my God, I can get on here and talk to people. I can play games. And that's back on AOL. And I just thought
Mm-hmm.
that was the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
So,
You've got mail. Mm-hmm.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
as far before then, I didn't know much about it. And I used to know how to go in and change things and do different programs. It was to the point where everybody would call me up and they're like, "Hey, how do I do this? How do I do that?" And I'm like, "Well, this is how you do it." And now it's just like I have no freaking clue. They've changed things so much. I'm just like, "Well, how do I do this?"
Mm-hmm. That's okay. That's okay. So I was just looking at Mr. G, and he's absolutely right. So back in the day, the Amiga 5000, uh, 512s, and the Amiga 1000s. So it would the Amiga 500 and 512 could take up to 500 megs of RAM, and the 1000s could go all the way to a gig of RAM. A gig. 1 gig of RAM. And the hard drives back then, they were huge, clunky, and when you turned them on, you thought a whole different dimension to a universe was opening up. You got the clunk, 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 the whole thing. But I tell you what, I kind of miss those sounds. So, bring back memories. And when we used to have a what we call a gaming party, unlike today, well, you'd have everybody pack up their whole computer systems, and we're talking SRT monitors that weighed like 100 pounds, computers, and we would go to a LAN party. So we would have these big areas rented out, wires everywhere, and playing these massive role-playing games, all hooked up to each other. And the big one when it came out was Doom. That was the big one. So we had Doom LAN parties, and you're talking 25, 30 guys. And this was shortly after me and my wife got married, because I was into it heavily and all my friends were. My wife would be like, "What are you doing this weekend?" "I won't be here. I'll be away for 2 days playing games." And she knew it. I was as geek as you could get. I was, nope. No bars, no drinking, no nothing. Just video games and food. That's right. Video games and food. And I think I lost Mama Bear. Oh my God, this is like NASA. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Oh crap!
Uh
Hey,
oh.
Mama Bear muted her mic again. Huh?
And, okay, all
Uh
right.
huh.
Just
Yeah.
left me high and dry right here. Wow.
Oh no, I was listening to you and staring at this Granny's chocolate brownie cake recipe and
Mm,
drooling over it, and I turned my mic off.
mm, 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 mm.
Mm-mm.
I got you. I got you. By the way, Mr. G, my wife made some awesome sugar cookies with raspberry tart in the center. And I am not sharing those with anyone. I'm sorry. I didn't spend 15 minutes on the bike today just so I could share my cookies.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. I'm going to eat them all.
Greedy, greedy, greedy.
I am. I am. I'm not sharing them with anybody. I'm going to eat every single one of them. Well, it looks like our time is just about up. So I want to thank everybody for coming in and tuning in with us. Mr. G, as always, we love you. And we just want to say thanks for everybody tuning in. And Mama Bear, we will see you later on tonight as we get ready to start playing some other games and streaming. And please check out Mr. Chubb. POG. Who's Mr. Chubb? So I just want to say thank you to everyone. And we will see you later on tonight. And I just want to remind everybody that every Tuesday around 3 o'clock, I'll be having Tech Talk. So please come on in and join me, and we'll be discussing today's, yesterday's, and past.
Mr. Chob says it's Josh.
Oh, Josh, how's it going, buddy? How you doing? Yeah, I got Mr. G. That's Mr. G's son. So I just want to let you all know that we'll be here next Tuesday, and starting March, well, probably be April 2nd when it starts the new season. There'll be probably quite a few of us live streaming nonstop when it comes to the new season in Diablo. So I just want to say again, thank you to everyone, and Mama Bear, we'll talk to you soon. And as
Sounds
always,
good.
everybody, please remember that RNG, Redneck Gaming, and we'll talk.